Hi, Precious.
I'll go back. Hi, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Adeza Precious. And while thinking about what I'm going to talk on tonight, I decided to speak on something everyone can relate to. So tonight, I'll be speaking on This is London. But before I start, I would like to know, how many of you seated here actually live in London? If you live in London, can I see your hands? Okay, at least most of us live in London. So tonight, I will take you back to a time when London was not the sophisticated, overpriced Instagram city as it is today. When the Romans arrived in London, are you all listening to me?
Yes.
Do you know the way this will go? I'll ask questions. I will throw questions to anyone in between. When the Romans arrived in London, there were no Starbucks, no Buckingham Palace. In fact, have you ever asked yourself, how did London even become London? I guess not. Because London was not born with a crown on its head. It was not born with a silver spoon in its mouth. London was a hot mess with ambition. Let me explain. So picture this. The year is 43 AD. There are no jeans, no TikTok, no AI. Just sandals and a whole lot of sword energy. The Romans arrived in Britain, probably cold, confused, craving wine, and said, this river, the Thames River, it is giving trade routes. So they built a settlement and called it Londonium. Londonium became the center for road networks and also became an advanced trading point. And as we all know, once trade enters the chart, the city starts to glow up. The shops, the markets, the real estate, everything was booming. But just like any other great city, London could not escape drama. Then came the war, the Vikings, the Saxons, the Normans. Honestly, at this point, London was the main character in a movie that nobody asked for. But the beautiful thing is this. Each time London was set on fire, attacked, plagued, she said, cool, I'll be back. Why? Because real queens rebuild. Fast forward to 1665, the Great Plague hits London. Thousands of people died. There were no vaccines, no hand sanitizers, no stay-at-home protect the NHS posters, just vibes and disease. Then, it seems like a year later, the universe said, let's turn this up. In 1666, the Great Fire of London started in a bakery. One burnt bread and boom, the whole city is gone. But instead of folding, London rebuilt again. In the 18th and the 19th centuries, London became the center for the British Empire. There was a lot of colonization, a lot of tea, and way too much corset wearing. We got the Tube, which still runs late, the Big Ben, which is technically the bell and not the tower, and the Hyde Park, where pigeons now act like their parents. By the 20th century, London had survived 2 world wars and still managed to host the 2012 Olympics like it was nothing. Let's come to the London of today because I don't have much time on my side. Today's London is a melting pot. Over 9 million people, 300 languages, and one consistent complaint, the price of rent. You can go from Peckham to Primrose Hill and see 12 different worlds. You can have Nigerian jollof for lunch, Indian biryani for dinner, and still find a Greek sausage roll calling your name at midnight. London is the only city where you will meet a banker, a poet, a drag queen, and a dog in a raincoat on the same train, and no one blinks. No one bats an eyelid. Why? Because that is the beauty of London. It is the chaotic harmony London is tolerant. So you might be sitting down there wondering, why is she telling us about London? What's my business with London? Why are you telling me about that and whatnot? London is not perfect. In fact, it is noisy. It is expensive. The trains will test your patience and your faith. But London teaches us something that we all can apply to our everyday lives. It teaches us resilience, that your days of beginning don't define your becoming. Just look at London. London started as a Roman camp. It was plagued, it was attacked, it was burnt down, it was set on fire, and yet still iconic. So, next time you're walking through Covent Garden, or you're sipping that overpriced coffee in Shoreditch, just remember that you're standing in a place that has been through so much, that has been through everything, and still chooses to thrive. And if that is not inspiring, I really don't know what is. Thank you for listening.